The enormous power of your thinking mind. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, if you've been watching my videos, you know that the power of your mind is really quite extraordinary, because when you focus it in a positive way, it leverages elements of the universe that really are orchestrating everything for you to work out. And you, of course, still engage in a lot of action, but it's all from a very synchronized kind of day that goes on for you, because things are working out in ways that make it very easy for you to move through your day and come together with things in ways that are very enjoyable on the way to receiving what you want. So from that, you know that you can change anything in your life, and you can have your life the way that you want it. And that's the power of your mind. You see, I didn't mention anything about making things happen or figuring things out. Life is really a very easy flowing experience for us. It's set up to be that way. And again, it doesn't mean you may work a 16-hour day, and that's perfectly fine. And that's what your body and your mind is for, to do those things. But you're going to do them from a place of joy, not from a place of struggle and strain and stress and that kind of thing. So with this video, you're going to get very clear in case there's any missing pieces. I'm pretty sure that you're going to be really clear about the power of your mind, and when you're using it in a focused way, how different it is from if you're unfocused. And that's really two different things that are happening, because that energy of your mind, when it's high vibration, it is keeping you in the stream where you are receiving inspired action and impulses and right timing and all of that kind of thing. So let's look at what natural life is when we're living in our high vibration mindset. We're thinking about our dreams and desires. We know they're vibrational. We know our inner being has got them all set up and ready for us to receive on a really satisfying path. They are as real as anything in physical reality in terms of being ours, but we just can't touch them with our five senses at this point, although we can touch them with our emotions. So we can talk about them as though they're real, because it's just a matter of timing that we receive them physically, and they're on the way. So that's a guaranteed thing. So it's very natural to talk about them as though they are, and enjoy them all the same as when they're in your hand. And it's just like your birthday. If you were talking about your birthday coming, and you were talking about the celebration and the fun of it and all that kind of thing, and people would join in with you, and they would talk about it in the same way, and you would all enjoy it together, that conversation. Nobody would say to you, "Are you kidding me? How do we know your birthday is even going to come? Maybe we shouldn't get too excited about this. We have no real evidence that your birthday is going to come, and we can't see it, touch it in any way. Really, it's just maybe in your imagination. Maybe that birthday of yours isn't going to come. We don't know for sure." You see, nobody would say that. It would just be completely odd. And to be frank, it should be odd for you to talk about your dreams and desires like that too. When you talk about them, you want to talk about them the same way you talk about your birthday coming, and you want to celebrate it and feel the realness of it and the doneness of it. So when you're living your high vibration life, that's the way your conscious mind processes all those dreams and desires that are on the way to you. So you see, you're staying in the high vibration energy. Your energy is pure. And then you look at your current life, and all these things that we know, these things go on in our life. We deal with these things, all these aspects of life, and you're dominantly here. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, because a little bit of contrast, but very minor, and it never amounts to anything. No momentum, so it doesn't affect anything. And you're focused on positive aspects of things. You're appreciating things. You're looking at things from what's working. You're thinking about the favorite parts of your things, what feels good about things. You're making the best of things. You see, it's all positive energy, all this nice, pure, positive energy. And that puts you in the flow. That keeps you in the flow, I should say, really, because you're born in the flow. And it's only that we pull ourselves out of it. So we want to get back into that by thinking in ways that are our natural high vibration ways, then that keeps us in that natural flow. And then when we're thinking about ourselves, we have a really nice level of self-acceptance, of self-worth, of self-respect. We know our natural perfection, our natural success, our natural value, and gifts and talents, and expressing ourselves in those ways, all very comfortable to us, all feeling very worthy of having the things that we want. We're looking at others from a loving set of eyes where we understand others, their vibrational feedback for us. We're compassionate and kind. We don't expect others to be exactly like us or do or think like us, and we appreciate their differences. And we're okay with everybody being on their own path, doing their thing, having their life in the good way they like it. And we're all good there, high vibration there. And then we're thinking about our past, and we're understanding it. We can understand it now with the creative process. We can go back to anything in our past, and we can look at it, and we can celebrate it, and we can see how it's serving us. No more looking at the past, thinking it's a trauma or trouble or a bad experience or anything like that. From now on, with the creative process, you can make peace and understand how your past served you. It literally caused your life to expand in good ways, all of that stuff, all of those people. And I know some of those experiences could have been quite nasty, but you got to get your head out of the details, and you got to look at the bigger picture. If you look at the bigger picture, you'll be okay. But if you just get down in those details, it's going to be a challenge for you to be okay with that. And then what do you do when you're not okay? Well, you come out of your high vibration. Why would you do that to yourself? You just close the door on receiving the good life that you want and that you've asked for. So you don't want to do that to yourself. You want to understand the creative process, and you want to process your past in the way that you make peace with it and you understand it. So these 5 areas cover pretty much everything that would be going on in your day and in your life. And you can see how we can focus in good feeling, thought, energy, and that's our flow. And when we're there, now we're receiving all the details of the paths that lead us to all the things that we want. We're in no hurry because the path is very joyous, full of lots of interesting things. We'll be using our body, we'll be using our mind. We're doing all kinds of things with our body and with our mind. We're not just sitting around doing nothing. We're doing all the kinds of same things that we do, but we're just doing them from a very good feeling place, and everything is synchronizing for us in ways that are very pleasant. So that's your natural high vibration life. And it's all about the power of your thinking mind. That's what allows you to stay in that stream of high vibration energy. And of course, you're leveraging all of the resources of the universe to be behind you, and you're receiving everything it's orchestrating and timing out for you and everything like that. So that's the way that is of natural life. And why is it not that way? What's going on? Why do we not live this way? Because let's have a look. So the same picture, but let's look at the difference that faulty beliefs have done to us. This is the faulty belief life. So right away you see down here, we don't have our pure positive energy. We have a mix, positive and negative. So there's the first difference that you see. So over here, you see massive high vibration with just a little bit of low for that contrast, and nothing enough to create momentum that affects anything. But over here, there's a lot of mix here, a lot of mix in the energy, and we've got the energy muddied up here. So let's go through all those 5 areas of life and see what the difference is, and what faulty beliefs have taken us into rather than our natural high vibration life. And when it comes to dreams and desires, sometimes we get into a little uncertainty, a little unsureness, a little bit of doubt going on there. Thinking about, maybe we got to work a little harder, make things happen a little bit more. Maybe we're not doing enough to get our dreams and desires, and that's what a faulty belief will tell you. But from over here, we can see the natural high vibration life is as we're feeling good throughout all of this stuff, all of these 5 areas of our day, we're literally inviting the path so that we receive inspired action and all those pieces that bring us along to do the receiving. See, we're receiving over here. We're thinking about the receiving. We're not thinking about getting anything. We're thinking about the receiving. A big difference there. So over here, a lot of times we're thinking about, ooh, we got to get it. How do we get it kind of thing. So that's a real shortage, absence, lack mentality. And then maybe we vacillate in between two frames of mind where we get excited about dreams and desires, and then we go back into that old line of thinking. And so it kind of goes back and forth like that. So then we look at our current life. Now we have positive, negative aspects, not just positive. And we don't just have appreciation. We got some complaining in there, maybe some whining in there, some blaming, some judgment in there, all kinds of things. Not just appreciation, but we got a mix. And then we got things that are working, but then we got what's not working. And then we got some favorites, and then we got some particular things that are negatives to us. And then we've got some what feels good, but we got some what feels bad. And we got some making the best, and then we got some making the worst. So you can see the wobble in your vibration. You're going back and forth, vacillating between high and low. So look at the enormous difference. Look at this. Look at this big happy face and just a little bit of this sad face going on here. And over here, you've got about equal amount. In any given day, it might be a lot more of the red and less of the green. And then some days a little more of the green and less of the red. But the idea is here, we're just bouncing back and forth. And that's not a focused mind. That is not focused positive energy. We're not using the power of our mind at all. So we grow up with a massively enormous, powerful mind if we would focus it in positive feeling ways, and we don't learn to do that. We learn so much. We go to school for so many things, and they don't teach us this. The most important thing they could ever teach us, to focus our mind so that we think in these ways over here going through our day. And we don't get that. So what do? We think in these ways, and we just take away the power that we have. I don't know. You all may know the old series back in time, Superman, and the only thing that sort of took him down was kryptonite, right? So when kryptonite was around, he lost all of his power. But without kryptonite, he was, all these powers that he had. So faulty beliefs are like our kryptonite. They take away all of our power because we don't understand who we are and how life works and all that good information about life. So we got to get faulty beliefs out of the way, just like Superman wants to get kryptonite out of the way. And then we're going to have our super life as it's naturally meant to be. So let's look at some other things. So we've seen in the other slide that we're full of self-love and respect, and we know our true self and all of our value. But then we vacillate here in these faulty beliefs that sometimes we don't know if we're good enough, and we're not sure if we're doing it right, or maybe we should have did it better. And what's wrong with us? We didn't know better. Why didn't we act better? Why didn't we do better? And so we vacillate. Some days we like ourselves, and some days not so much, and that goes back and forth. So you can see the wobbly energy there. And then we look at others. And yes, sometimes we're loving people and we're understanding them. And then other times, not so much. We're going at them or they're coming at us, and we're head to head in these different ways. And again, here we go, wobbling with our energy up and down, no focus. And then our past, same kind of thing. We look back there and we have some happy memories, and then we look at some things that happened and we go into those details, and then we talk about them, and then we relive them, and that just takes our energy right down. So this is the life that we tend to grow up living. And I think you'd probably all agree across the planet, at least I work with people all across the planet, and I see this everywhere, regardless of culture or any other thing in any part of the world. This tends to happen to all of us human beings. We grow up with these kinds of faulty beliefs that make our mind vacillate between high and low vibration about our dreams and desires, about present life, about ourselves, about others, about our past. And that's why our life doesn't change. We want it to change. We still have our ability to think and desire and dream, but we get these beliefs that get in the way, and that causes our vibration to come down, and we can't receive the path to our dreams and desires and that satisfying life that we want when our vibration is this low key. It just doesn't match. It doesn't match all those things that we want, in vibrational reality. And so that's the reason that our life is the way it is. So you could be in a relationship now, or let's say you were in a relationship that wasn't going the way you wanted. If you would focus on the positive aspects of it, something good is going to start to happen. And if there's really good suitability, it's going to come back together. Or if there's not, then you're both going to end up with other people who you're suitable to, and it's going to be a really good experience. It's a win-win situation. When you live in this high vibration life, it's always a win-win situation. If you want a job and you just focus on the positive aspects and you feel like that new job, you know it's on the way, you are acting as though you have it now, and that's the energy that brings the path of desires, that brings you together with it. It's the same thing with a house or any experience that you want in life. If you will keep your mind in a place that feels the emotional realness of it, so that you can literally talk about it as though it's in your hand, and then you're focusing positively about the things that are in your current life, and you're liking yourself, you're knowing your true self, you're understanding your past, and you're celebrating your past, and you're understanding others, and you're loving them in all the different ways that you can do that, their differences, and appreciating all of that. You're inviting the path to everything you want. You're going to be in that high vibration life, and that's what we came for. That's exactly what we came for, but we picked up this along the way, these faulty beliefs, and now they got us, in and out of high and low vibration on different aspects of our life, and it just keeps us from going. A lot of times we get so intoxicated, we're looking at physical reality and letting that dominate our mind as though that's fixed and permanent and we're stuck there. And I'm here to tell you, none of that is true. The only reason that keeps manifesting in the same way is because you keep paying attention to it, and you keep doing these things with your energy. If you will focus your mind, if you will look at things, and you don't have to like everything that's going on. In fact, there's going to be things going on that you don't like. And even in your past, those things were, in the details, were not pleasant. But now with the creative process, you got a way to look at it to keep yourself in a good feeling place about it all. And that's what you want to do. And when you do that, now you could be sleeping in a ditch. And if you would start doing this, you would see very quickly things would start to happen to pull you out of that ditch and pull you into everything that you wanted. Because if you were sleeping in a ditch, automatically you're asking for all kinds of things. You're asking for abundance of all kinds of things. Your vibrational reality is loaded. And if you would have the presence of mind to start thinking like this, that's all you would have to do. Use your powerful thinking mind, your enormous, powerful thinking mind, to focus in these ways, and everything your inner being has got set up for you to receive, to take you into that life that you want, via the law of attraction, because it would receive this high vibration energy for you, you would start to receive the details that starts pulling you in that direction to live that life. So there is no reason for you not to have this good life that you want. Everything you want, you have it. It's a vibrational reality, or it's a physical reality, and that's the way life is meant to be. It's set up to be that way. So you can never again say you don't have what you want. You have it, but if it's not trending, if your life is not trending in the direction that it looks like you're receiving it, it's because you're living like this. You're thinking about yourself in ways that don't feel good. You're thinking about others in ways that don't feel good. You're thinking about your past in ways that don't feel good. You're thinking about your current reality in ways that don't feel good. You're feeling about your dreams and desires in ways that don't feel good. You've got to eliminate that. You've got to eliminate that and get that out of the mix. You got to get your energy back to this, right? You've got too much of this going on. That kind of energy in this glass, you see that murky water? That's not pure high vibration energy. That doesn't get you anywhere. That doesn't take you anywhere. It doesn't change anything. If you want the changes, you got to be here. You got to be able to look at these aspects of your life and sift out the positive frame of mind from them. And you do that for 30, 60, 90 days. you are definitely going to be trending. I'm not saying you're going to have full manifestations of things, but if you look at the 7 stages of manifestation change, you are going to be trending in those stages towards what you want. And because when the momentum starts shifting, then when the energy momentum starts shifting, the physical world has to shift to match it, because the physical world is the replica of your energy. Okay, so that is the enormous message for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post, and have yourself a great day.